Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back. The season break's over, the channel break's over, my holidays are over, and I guess it's time to try and get things back on track, get the videos back to their regular slots, and I suppose tell you a little bit about what I've been up to over the summer. So let's get this show back on the road. So I think I signed off in the summer with my last video, which was a bit of a bonus video on the Dunwich Dynamo. And then I was heading out to France for my summer holiday, and then I was going to take part in Ironman 70.3 Vichy. And I also promised a video for that, and I know what some of you are probably thinking, where the bloody hell is that video and what's actually happened since then. So I'm going to try and start at that point, and the truth is I don't actually have a video for it, purely because I pulled out of that event. And you may be wondering why that was. Well, there's a few reasons, to be honest, and I will try and explain some of those. So summer was great, but it was bloody busy, but in a good way. And you know, I spent probably 5.5 weeks, nearly 6 weeks in France, so it's a fairly long old time. And in that time I did have a bit of rest from training, racing and videos and that sort of thing, but I had a considerable amount of work to do on our house out there. And yeah, we had things like installing a new bathroom, so something like this, which is now looking like this. So as you can see, yeah, some good progress there on getting that bathroom installed. And I'll tell you one thing, it wasn't an easy job, because it was created completely from scratch. There wasn't a bathroom there originally. You know, we had to do all the drainage runs, breaking into the main drain. All the pipes had to be planned, getting water to everywhere. You know, all the tiling, all the installing of all the bath suite. Yeah, and on top of that, we had all sorts of difficulty with French deliveries. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much, but I can see why now everyone in France has a trailer, because yeah, their systems are not quite ready, or not quite in place as to what they are here. So what actually I thought would take probably about 2 weeks took about 6 weeks, because I was working on it on and off as to when we got things and that kind of thing. So yeah, it did drag on a bit, but it got done. I probably should mention here that we also installed a little pool, which was a godsend really, because during that time it's pretty hot out in France, and you know, it's nice to take a dip every now and then. My daughter was taking 5 or 6 dips a day, so when you've been to the DIY shops lugging things back, it's always nice to jump into a nice swimming pool. Now during this time in France, I did pick up a small injury to my hamstring, and that's still going on at the moment, unfortunately, and it basically means that I just can't run at the moment. To be honest, I was still running up to about a week before we left, but I didn't actually know what damage I was doing, and you know, since I've been home, I've just not been able to run full stop. Now this wasn't the main reason why I pulled out of Vichy 70.3, and I suppose I'm going to be honest here, because you know, it's important for the channel. I've always said I'd be transparent, but this was a race that was deferred from me for the last 2 years. I should have done it in 2020, and it just went on and on. And I've completed it before. I did it back in 2019, so it's not one that I haven't done. But what can I say? Other than, you know, when I got to France, I got into holiday mode. I really was enjoying my holiday. I wanted a break. I didn't want to have to stress and constantly worry about what I was eating, what I was drinking, that kind of thing, and training. And to be honest, it did start to grate on me, and I started to stress and I started to worry about it, because I was working on the bathroom, and it's like, yeah, I'm not training. What am I going to do? I've got Vichy coming up. So all of these kind of things. I started missing training sessions that Phil was planning for me, and you know, my training was just all over the place, and it got to a point where it just seemed pointless. It was pointless and a waste. It was a waste of Phil's time in, you know, him sitting down planning the sessions and putting them into my plan, and you know, where I was only hitting what 2 or 3 a week. So as you can see, there's a few things going on there, and it was important that we got that work done on the house, and that was all complete. Now money does have a factor into all this as well, because what I wasn't keen on doing was losing all our money for the hotel that we'd booked for in Vichy, but actually they were really good. Said that we could you know, rearrange another date, so that wasn't a real concern. So yeah, and that pretty much made my mind up about Vichy, what with everything going on. So I spoke to my wife Kate about it as well, and she pretty much supported that decision and made me see a little sense in it, really, as I was feeling guilty about not racing, particularly when I could, really. So I kind of decided that, yeah, I didn't need Vichy 70.3 and pulled out. And do you know what? I'm glad to say that I think I made the right decision, because God knows what state my hamstring would be in right now. But I got to enjoy the holiday, and all that stress of worrying about fitness and what I ate and drank, that all completely subsided. So you can all see, guys, that we're a few more days on now, and I finished all those ramblings, but I never got quite to the end of summing up that video. So here we are, and I'm aiming to do that now. So I've just got in from a very short 10-minute run just to test the hamstring, and it was okay. It's definitely progress being made. I'm not quite there yet, but you know, I can run 10 minutes more than I could 2 weeks ago, which is good in my mind. I'll carry on with my rehab work. But now I'm back, I'm raring to go, I'm raring to get training again. I'm actually really looking forward to this, you know, getting back into some structure and to some routine and building over the winter. And I am going to cover that in my next video, just to show you how my training is set up currently. But this was about really touching base with you guys, the viewers, and of course to the new batch that have joined and subscribed to the channel. So big welcome to you. So guys and girls, let's get this new season on the channel started. You know, I'm hoping for a really successful season in training and racing, and hopefully bringing you along with me on that journey. That's all I've got to say. I will see you very soon in the next week or so with my next video. I'll catch you then. 2 trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside.